So I'm going to play exercise 38 from a new book called Wisdom of the Hand, The Genius of the Jazz Pentatonic Scales. Today we'll talk about using the all-black E-flat minor pentatonic and dealing with the rhythm. So you just have a handful of notes. What are you going to do with it? It's too simple. So you can color this meager handful with kind of interesting rhythms. And what I'm going to do is borrow a few measures from Thelonious Monk's Straight No Chaser as a kind of model, template on which to color some of these the black keys. Here's a little bit of Straight No Chaser. And so forth. And here's a little bit of that melody I'll use. So how did that work? Well, the first phrase of Straight No Chaser was this. The first phrase of the black key piece is. The second phrase of Straight No Chaser is 1, 2, 3. The second phrase, the black note piece, is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so far you have and so forth. And I'll talk a little bit about playing by handful too, once we get the rhythms established. So to show you how much the rhythms colored that melody, here's 2 or 3 little handfuls I was basically playing on. The first handful is just the 5 black keys. In fact, my top 2 fingers will just remain glued to the keys. It won't move at all. The bottom of the hand will extend out. So here's the first handful. Hanging on to this top part, move the thumb down. Now we leave the thumb stationary, the upper hand moves for the next phrase. That was fairly easy to play because all the notes were on the black keys, which are very visible and they're easy to play. You can sort of separate those from the other 12 notes. We combed out 5 actually of the 12 notes, and we got rid of 7, basically threw them out, and we're left with. But let's move this thing up a half step where it's going to be in E minor and it'll be an all white minor pentatonic. Now these sort of get lost in the field of white snow created by all these other white keys. This is infinitely harder to play than on the black keys. At this point, you have to kind of play blind, play with your eyes closed. Only blind players can really excel at this, it would seem. When you think about that, who are some of the greatest talents in jazz history and blues history. Lenny Tristano was blind, Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, Art Tatum, George Shearing, many. And they have an advantage over the sighted players because you can only stare at the middle third of the piano. Unless you're wall-eyed, you cannot look at the highest third or the lowest third. So just close your eyes. Now, you can play the black keys all day because you can feel them and you don't need to see them. But as soon as you move into the white keys, it gets to be a nightmare. So I think that's where this piece would pay off.